New York's hotel sector has been particularly hard hit by the health crisis. Now, 80% of all hotels in the city are at risk of defaulting their commercial mortgage bonds, worrying shareholders whether hoteliers will be able to meet their loans or if further debt and stress will be added to the industry, ravaging what's left of their finances. Since the burst of the outbreak, business travel and tourism were deeply disrupted, driving hotels and resorts around the world to register record low occupancy rates. Moreover, due to strict health safety measures and the looming lockdowns, such properties cannot rely on other sources of revenue, such as holding business conferences, sports events, or any kind of social gatherings. In face of lowering receipts, decreasing profits, mounting debt, and the lack of stimulus relief, hotel owners' ability to pay their mortgage has been severely compromised. Therefore, market watchers have been pointing to the CMBX Series 9 as the Big Short 3.0, since its BBB tranche has the highest exposure to hotels, becoming the best way to capitalize on the devastation unleashed by the crisis. For that reason, in today's video, we are going to analyze how the apocalyptic collapse of the hotel industry will likely provide billions in profits for investors. So, stay with us, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share with friends, and subscribe to our channel to keep updated with the next chapters of the 21st century economic depression. Hedge funds already begun piling up into the Big Short 3.0 trade, and now every minimal unfolding in the narrative of the hotel industry apocalypse is being closely watched by investors. Earlier this year, market analysts suggested that the CMBS short would come from malls' meltdown, since the retail collapse would wreak havoc on the industry's landscape. However, by June, the situation of the hotel sector has become so calamitous that the CMBX Series 9 index, whose BBB tranche has the highest exposure to hotels, turned out to present the greatest potential of developing the next Big Short. Considering the continual deterioration of this segment and how any chances of improvement have been chopped off by the coming lockdown, the hotel industry is on the cusp of a major default crisis. Not long ago, North Star Meeting Group released a dossier specifying the increasing struggles of the hospitality industry, prompting a tailwind blast for the CMBX 9 shorts. The group reported that for Q3, some of the leading brands of the sector recorded substantial losses, including Hilton, Hyatt, and MGM Resorts, which respectively lost $81 million, $161 million, and $535 million last quarter alone. New York City hotels have suffered the most from the damages brought by the health crisis. According to the latest Manhattan Lodging Index from PricewaterhouseCoopers, more than half, nearly 58%, of Manhattan hotels remain closed. The survey found that roughly 61,450 hotel rooms in the city had not reopened, and from those, approximately 2,700 are expected to be shuttered permanently. You won't see meaningful increases in operating metrics for Manhattan hotels until we see a return of the business traveler, and that likely comes after a widely distributable vaccine and therapeutics become available, outlined Warren Marr, the managing director of U.S. Hospitality and Leisure for PwC. Some of the properties that have already announced their permanent closure in New York are the Omni Berkshire Place, Times Square Edition, Hilton Westchester, W New York Downtown, Hilton Hotel Times Square, Courtyard by Marriott in Herald Square, aka Wall Street, and the Roosevelt Hotel. Correspondingly, an article from the Wall Street Journal indicated that 20% of the state's total hotel supply, or about 250,000 rooms, were on the verge of closing permanently. At the beginning of the year, there were about 57,000 hotels across the US. Up to 38,000 of those could close in the next few weeks if Congress does not issue more aid soon, said the American Hotel and Lodging Association. Recent data from the organization suggested that only 20% of